Integer operations. Integers are numbers that can be written without a fractional or decimal component. In the number systems, they're most commonly known as whole numbers and their opposites. There are two rules that you must remember when you're adding and subtracting integers. Rule number 1. If your numbers have the same sign, add and use the same sign. Otherwise, if your numbers have different signs, subtract and use the sign of the larger number. Let's take a look at some examples to get an understanding of this. Let's look at -10 plus 6. In front of the 6, there's a plus sign, so it's positive. Let's look at the number line first. Let's start at -10. Add 6 from -10. -10 plus 1 gives us -9. -10 plus 2 gives us -8. -10 plus 3 gives us -7. -10 plus 4 gives us -6. -10 plus 5 gives us -5. And -10 plus 6 gives us -4. This way was easy for this certain example, but it won't always be like this. So let's take a look at an easier method to do this. In our rules, it says if your signs are different, subtract and use the sign of the larger number. In this example, our signs are different because we have in front of the 10 we have a negative symbol, and in front of the 6 we have a positive symbol. So we have to apply rule number 2. First, we have to subtract. So 10 minus 6 is 4. And since 10 is greater than 6, we have to use the sign in front of 10. So the sign in front of 10 is negative. So our answer is -4. Let's look at another example. Let's look at -13 minus of -27. Minus of minus is plus. So now if we simplify, we get -13 plus 27. Our signs are different, so we have to subtract and then use the sign of the larger number. 27 minus 13 gives us 14. 27 is bigger than 13, and in front of the 27 is a plus sign. So our answer is going to be +14. Example 3. -150 minus 170. In front of the 170, there's a minus symbol. So therefore, it's negative. Since both of these are negative, they have the same symbols. So in our rules, rule number 1 says, if your numbers have the same sign, add and use the same sign. So 150 plus 170 is 320. Since both of them have a negative sign, we have to put the negative sign in front of 320. Our answer is -320. Integer operations. Multiplication and division. When you're doing multiplication and division using integers, you have to remember two very important rules. Number 1, plus of minus is minus, and number 2, minus of minus is plus. Let's look at how we use these rules in an example. Let's look at 3 times -5. In front of the 3, there's no sign, so it's automatically positive. So now we're multiplying +3 times -5. Plus of minus is minus. That's the first rule. So our answer is going to be negative. 3 times 5 is 15. So our answer is -15. Example 2. -16 times -8. In front of both of these numbers, there's a negative sign, and rule number 2 states negative of negative is positive. So our answer is positive. 16 times 8 is 128. So our answer is +128. Example number 3. -108 times 91. In front of the 91, there's no symbol, so it's automatically positive. So now we have a negative and positive sign. It doesn't matter which order the symbols are. As long as there's a negative and positive, it's always going to be negative. So our answer is negative. 108 times 91 is 9,828. So our answer is negative 9,828. Example 4. Division. Negative 108 divided by 4. In front of the 4, there's no symbol, so it's automatically positive. So positive and negative, that gives us a negative answer. 108 divided by 4 is 27. So our answer is negative 27. Example 5. Negative 5,096 divided by negative 8. In both of these answers, there's a negative sign, and negative of negative is positive. So our answer is positive. 5,096 divided by 8 is 637. So our answer is positive 637.